If you've just joined us, we've got our cabin build plans on hold. In the meantime, we've been renovating our current house, trying to prepare for that momentous build ahead, and having some fun along the way.
Would you like to ask the tube a question?
I can go get you jam if you want jam. Do you want a jam sandwich?
On this episode, we are finally finishing the laundry room. No, seriously.
Swap the paint to stay on the door!
Mouse tries to make progress on the doors, I make a budget Sherlock Holmes pipe, and we try something the locals call grouting. All this and more coming up on the one where we finished the laundry room.
Actually, I just winged it based on a couple of home improvement episodes we'd seen. Okay, hey y'all. Okay. So today we're just finishing up a little bit of plumbing. Mouse and the kids are out doing their thing. So I figured today will probably be the best day to flood the house, because then they won't see it. So what we're doing is we're just working on the laundry sink here. We've already, let me go down here, we've already attached the water feed shut-off valves, so they're ready to go. Much easier to do that when there's nobody else in the house. And next I'm gonna go ahead and hook up the drain, or the waste stuff. So we have a rather funky drain, and we have our P-trap ready to go. We have all the extras. We have some glue and some pipe. So we're gonna get down and see what happens. Alright, I know that bit doesn't really go from that side. I'm just trying to work out how much space I have to fit my P-trap before I have to cut off the waste. So we're going to want to be somewhere back there. Ish. All right, all sanded, not glued yet. We're going to make sure it fits. I'm pretty impressed with it. Right in the center. That looks awesome. All right, so me trying to be a little bit of a clever ass. Because I dropped the waste down from the sink to make sure it all lined up properly. I now run into a problem where it's too long because it drops down too far. Not to worry, I can trim that off. Better than having too little, right? I think that's pretty close. Once we get that screwed in, it's going to be pretty good.
So we kind of forgot to video this little bit, but we spent the evening, I stood and I supervised the tiler here doing his first ever tiling job.
Well, it was the second, but we're going to talk about first.
Well, when you put two of these in our kitchen, put two of the tiles on the wall and they both fell off.
That's it. Done. We're done with this stuff.
So that's when we got someone in to actually do it.
Tiling's stupid.
Because we spend so much time in the kitchen, if it didn't look right, we'd have been really mad. But these are the leftover tiles from our kitchen, which really, again, cuts down costs for us, doesn't it? Which is nice.
Yeah.
And it works with the colours and everything in here, so we thought, why not? You're happy with that, aren't you?
Yeah, about 85% happy with it.
It's a laundry room. At the end of the day, yeah. Look, obviously this needs grouting, all that kind of thing, but it's going to look awesome.
Good morning. Okay, today we are going to try and get some movement here in the laundry room. For the past couple of days I've been a little bit lackluster, a bit lethargic and not really putting a lot of effort in. So you may remember the other day we got the backsplash up on the wall there. And so I was talking to my dad this morning, and it's kind of like when you're close to the end of a project and you've got a list of things to do, it's always just the little finishing touches that end up taking the time, the deficiencies list. So we've got this, I was thinking about this morning while I was in bed waiting to get up. We've got a pretty short list to actually finish up now. So we've got to do some grouting over on the backsplash there and get the tap properly installed, get it all up and running. Then we've got to get the countertop restained, and then we're going to also put a couple of layers of what is it? The protector layer, clear coat on the top there to help it survive the rigors of being in a laundry room and abused. And then all of the white trim that we have around the edges, they've all got to just be just all the little nail holes are just got to be filled and painted over. And then I've got caulking to go all the way around all the doors and the baseboards and get those all done. So that's my job list. Mouse has to take care of painting the doors, and then we can reinstall the cupboard door into the mechanical room. So that's it. That's the list. That's all. Oh, then we've got to do some sort of coat hooks somewhere. I'm not sure where to put them. I was going to put them back up here, but this wall here is the pocket door wall, so I'm going to be very careful if I can actually find a stud in there to put it in. The other option was to put it perhaps the coat hook there, but that might be a bit tight. The other area is here. Again, this is also a pocket door, so yeah, I'm a bit short for studs to be able to put some good solid coat hooks up. So we'll see where they end up going. Oh, and then I got a little hole there. That's the clean out, the trap there for the where's my mouse? Where's my finger? Where's my mouse? Where's my finger? That little hole in the wall there. That is the vent access for the waste. So yeah, mouse wants it hiding in some way. Yeah, so that's the list. I think that's pretty much everything. Oh, and I got to the top of the trim there. See, there's always something, right? You're always like, oh, don't forget this. Oh, and I'm going to touch up the bit of paint.
this is right. Let's make it a paste. Oh. And that scene from Friends where the powder and the lotion make a paste and it doesn't come off. Yeah. I would say for a first ever grout job, I am relatively pleased with this. Now, I was also 80% pleased with the tiles when I started, and that kind of degraded to a 70% when it all set. But I am fairly happy with this for a first ever grout job. I'm sure I'll get some comments below, but I gotta say, the people that do this every day, you guys have got so much patience. Now, having said that, we had these tiles put in the kitchen, and the guy who installed them for us, yeah, I think he left tiling after doing that job. So it was so niggly with all the little pieces, trying to get them all lined up properly, even though they're on a backer sheet, because we had quite a high wall that he had to do. And these white ones, when you the black ones and the brownie ones are all glass, but the white ones are actually like a stone, like a granite type compound. And so every time you try and cut them, they'd either cut straight or they would just shatter or cut very crooked. There's quite a bit of frustration, I think, coming from that. You know, I'm going to keep touching this like this, and I'm going to screw something up. So I'm done. I'm going to, oh, there's a bit. It's all the black ones. The black ones where you can see all the swirls and whatnot. I've just been told that when you put grouting on, you're supposed to wait until the next day before you get the wet sponge and you clean it off.
I can't remember, it was a long time ago, but when we actually had a guy that came here to do the kitchen, like professional tiler. Why did I do that?
He was a professional tiler. I think he quit after doing hours, but yeah.
I'm sure he said I had to wait before I wipe, because that was the thing, he was going to come back to do the wiping off with the sponge.
See, that would make more sense.
And I said to him, oh, I can do that. You don't have to come back. Delay between... Did you Google this?
Actually, I just winged it based on a couple of home improvement episodes we'd seen.
Where they do a time-lapse thing and you don't actually see the whole process properly. Yeah. So you didn't Google this, you didn't YouTube this, and did you read the instructions on the grout tub?
Yeah.
You did?
Well, I can't, no. I read half of it, then I got bored. It stopped. Wait 4 hours before removing haze from tile with a soft, dry cloth. Okay, given that I really screwed up with that, it doesn't look too bad. I imagine it probably looks better in the dark. Okay, so we've come to the conclusion. There's a couple of bits that are not brilliant, and even in the dark, they might not look that good. So once this is set and dry, I'm going to redo those bits, leave it for 4 hours, then I'll make it look good.
It does look really, really good.
Looks way better than it used to. I came in and I was painting. I started
From
painting.
And I noticed that some of the paint is doing a weird, like I've painted it, looks good, I've moved on, and now I'm going back because some of the areas of the paint is doing a weird separation thing, like here. It's hard to show on
Yeah, it looks like
camera, but it's like, and so I'm having to go back over it again. It's almost like, I don't know how to describe it. It's not beading, is it? It's separate. It's like it's separating, like oil and water.
Yeah,
like the
I
way.
wonder if this must be in. I wonder if they used an oil-based paint with this originally.
And this is water-based.
Yeah, we're using a latex, water-based latex.
Can you still get oil-based things?
We might have to kind of either reprime the door, so we can then use the latex paint, or get some gloss paint instead.
So I can't just keep painting over it until it stops.
Yeah, no, but it's doing it again, like right there.
I don't know if maybe it's because it's one coat. Maybe if I do 2 coats, it might remedy itself.
Where's your call? We could Google it. What happens when I paint my door and it goes all blotchy?
Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey.
My door has eczema.
My door has issues.
But yeah, it's almost like when you try and paint something that's been waxed.
Yeah. That's the best way of describing it. It's just, I didn't notice it. It's only at the top though. It's not doing it over the whole door. It's only doing it in certain patches.
Well, it's your call. You can keep painting and see what happens, and then
I'm kind of tempted to, because it's stopped doing it at the top now.
And then we could put a second coat on afterwards. Maybe.
Yeah, because then this will act as a primer. No.
Maybe.
You're saying about repriming it. Well, surely.
Well, yeah, but you can get a special primer, I think, to go from oil-based to latex-based. But I don't know. Try it. See how it goes. I mean, what's the worst that could happen, right?
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, this is kind of frustrating because I've painted a lot of doors in this house over the years, and I've never come across this issue with this weird beading thing going on. If that's the right way to describe it. I don't know. The controversy of 2022 is, are there more doors in the world or are there more wheels in the world? Right now I'm feeling like there's more doors in the world. Get me wrong, there's wheels on lots of things. What do you think? I just want paint to stay on this door.
Just want the paint to stay on the door.
Okay, I think, yeah, I know it needs another coat, but I think perseverance and stubbornness won in the end with this door, because I just kept going over the bits that were beading and separating over and over again with the paintbrush and kind of like massaging them into submission, and it looks like it's worked, but I'm going to see how this dries before I start celebrating and cracking open a bottle of wine. And I don't think I'm going to do the other doors until I know how this one turns out. I did look it up, and yeah, it is because of a different paint was used before than what we're using now. And sanding apparently is a solution. So yeah, let's just see how this goes.
Okay, looks like the grouting is nice and dry now. So now I'm going to fix the bits that I missed. Oddly, it looks better when you follow the instructions.
Really?
Yeah.
Who knew?
All right,
Start a 4-hour countdown.
Okay. It's 24 hours later and we have a replacement tap. Which is going in right now.
Let's test it. Okay, let me test this first.
The
Liam and Malcolm at Home Depot hooked us up with a new one.
yeah. Now, didn't it start leaking when you changed the setting last night, or did it just start leaking regardless?
Well, it's that it's seeping out of here and then all the time.
Okay.
Back under pressure.
What's the verdict?
Lasted longer than the first one. Because if anything's going to happen, it's going to be when it's completely installed.
Of course it is.
Okay, can you hold that for me?
Yeah. I'm just gonna be paranoid now and coming like checking it over and over again. I'm hoping that's good.
Yeah, I hope so.
There were some reviews for this that said that the tap leaked. A few people said the tap leaked, but the sink was such a good deal. Wasn't it? 'Cause it was on sale as well. So the sink itself, the whole unit was such a good deal that we figured that if we have to eventually replace this tap with a different brand, it was still worth it because it was such a good deal on the sink. And the sink is the perfect size for this little area here. It's really sad when you know you're getting old in life, when you get really excited by a laundry sink as opposed to, I don't know, a week in Ibiza or something. Just saying, you know you're old when you get excited by a laundry sink rather than, you know.
Okay.
Getting old. Is that paint on the bottom of the list? No.
No trouble.
Okay. So,
Okay, wall end is done. Door top trim is done.
little pieces of green tape done.
Caulking has been done. Paint doors. 66%.
I feel that is a dig at me.
Tile backsplash. Done.
Woohoo! What's left? So countertop finishing. Oh yeah, paint the door. Again, I've painted that one door like 3 times already.
Okay, now let's go do some white paint touch up.
And we've still got to get the pretty things on the wall. Like I've got a plan to do something here
a new thing.
with a friend of mine, awesome friend who has a cricket, and she's going to put something fancy schmancy there. And that's it. It's almost done. This is probably as well the most we've actually finished. The fact that we finished 2 full projects like this makes me really happy, because we have a horrible tendency to like almost finish projects, but this is actually going to be a fully finished project really soon.
Okay, so you know when you've just about wrapped up a project and you think you're done, there's always those 1 or 2 little things that are left on the list. Well, for me, we needed a couple of coat hooks in here, so my task for today is to try and come up with a way that we can get some coat hooks maybe on this wall here, which is going to be rather challenging because this is a pocket door in the wall. And I've just been told that Mouse has figured out what she wants to do on the last wall. So, Mouse, go for it. Tell me.
It's not that exciting.
Oh, really?
But I thought like putting one of these up here like this would be cool. Because I've got like too many of these hanging around that they don't actually get put up anywhere.
Okay, what is it?
It's a macrame plant thingy, but we'd have to put a fake plant in it because there's no sunlight in here.
Okay.
And then here I'm going to print off one of those like symbol charts. Like, that you see.
Like Egyptian symbols?
No, like you see on the back of your clothes.
Okay.
We have clothes in here. One of our kids actually did their laundry. No, those symbols, like on the labels. Like
a translation chart, so I know what to do.
Yeah, exactly. Because I just found the one piece of cloth that actually has words instead of symbols. Okay. But yeah, on the clothes you have those symbols, right, that tell you not to put it in the dryer or to put it in the dryer, or don't use bleach, or do this with it. And I thought I've seen them in people's laundry rooms,
right.
And if it looks nice with a nice little frame there, it'll look cool and it'll be functional for when the kids are doing their laundry and they know what those mean. And me too. Because I don't even know what half of them mean.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, so you got your job, I've got mine. Let's get to it.
So stupid. Oh, you took the glass.
You didn't see me actually lift it out in front of you.
Oh my goodness.
And that's why. And that's why you can't do street magic, right? Okay, for the hooks in the laundry room, I was planning on using a nice piece of pine board and a couple of hooks. We actually just stepped out to a store to go and look at some other stuff, and while we were there, they had this pretty cool Coke hook rack. So we picked that up instead. Now I've just got to put it on the wall. Okay, so after a little bit of detective work, we've managed to look between the seams on the pocket door here, and with a flashlight and a couple of mirrors, and determined that the only real viable support that this pocket door is made of is just across the middle, which is nowhere near high enough where we want where we actually want the hooks. So what we're going to use are a couple of these butterfly type plugs. So these work by simply drill a hole in the drywall, you bend them in half like this, poke them through, then they expand on the other side, and when you put the screw into them, the screw kind of pushes that little flap back out again and holds it nice and tight. Laundry room officially done.
thanks for watching. If you like this, click the like button. Like button? Like button? Like button? Click the like button because it kind of helps us out. And don't forget to subscribe. And apparently there's like a ding dong bell thing somewhere that if you press it, then you get alerts when we put up new videos. If you want to get alerts when we put up new videos. If you don't. But need a cup of tea.
We'll see you next time.
Oh, we have so much to clean up.